Good morning and namaste everyone. I am Srikant Thakur from SLDAV Public School Khagadiya, here to give you some tips on subject verb agreement. You know well that subject verb agreement is the part of syntax, and syntax is one of the five parts of grammar. Grammar has five parts: orthography, etymology, syntax, punctuation, and prosody. Out of these five parts of grammar, syntax is the most important part because syntax deals with the correction of a sentence. What we see in a sentence, we generally have subject and a verb, a subject and a verb. With the help of these two things, we generally form a sentence. According to the general rule of subject verb agreement, a verb must agree with its subject in person and number. Means, when we put a verb with a subject, we have to see the person and number of a subject. We always follow this rule to make the verb agreed with subject in person and number. It is the rule of grammar that if the subject is singular, the verb will be singular, and if the subject is plural, the verb will be plural. And it should be known to you that a subject is made of a noun or a pronoun. That means singular subject will take singular verb and plural subject will take plural verb. We also know that when we add s or es to a noun, the noun becomes plural, but when we add s or es to a verb, the verb becomes singular. That means noun in its original form is generally in singular and verb in its original form is generally in plural. So when we add s or es to a noun, the noun becomes plural, but when we add s or es to a verb, the verb becomes singular. For example, chair. Chair is a singular noun. When we add s or es to chair, it becomes chairs. That means plural noun. Likewise, sit, that is a verb, and this is in original form and it is plural. But when we add s to sit, the word becomes sits and it is singular verb. Exception of subject verb agreement is here I, pronoun I, because pronoun I takes only be verb singular, am was. Other verb plural, that means do, have, go, all main verb in present form or first form. Now there are some important rules that we can use in subject verb agreement. Though there are so many rules, but some important rules are as follows. When two or more singular nouns are connected with and only the first noun is preceded by a and the article or possessive adjective, my, our, your, his, her, its, their, etc., the verb will be singular. Why? Because these nouns indicate one thing or one person. For example, the poet and writer has given his remarks. Here we see the poet and writer. There are two nouns, poet and writer. Both are singular noun and both are connected with and. But what we notice here, the first noun is preceded by definite article the. Therefore, the verb will be singular, has. Has is singular verb here. And what is plural form of has? The plural form of has is have. And here poet and writer both are both indicate one person. The person who is poet, he himself is also a writer. Second example, second rule is when two or more singular nouns are connected with and each noun is preceded with or by each, every or no, the verb will be singular. See here, when two or more singular noun connected with and each noun is preceded by each, every, no, the verb will be singular. For example, each man and each woman was properly checked. Here we see man singular, woman singular, and both are connected with and both singular nouns have been preceded by the word each. So the verb here was is singular. Third rule we see here, when two or more subjects are joined by either or, neither, nor, or, nor, the verb will be according to the nearest subject. What is here? When two or more subjects are joined by either or, neither nor, or, nor, the verb will be according to the subject nearest to the verb. So what is here? Either you or I am to blame for this. Here there are two subjects, you and I, and both are connected with either or. So verb am is here according to the nearest subject. And what is the nearest subject here? I. I is the nearest subject, so verb is here singular. Now, rule number 4, what we see, relative pronouns, who, which, that, particularly these three, who, which, that, these relative pronouns take both singular and plural verbs, but according to the antecedent. Antecedent means before coming noun pronoun. Noun or pronoun which precede relative pronoun who, which, that will take either singular or plural verb. But according to the antecedent that comes before relative pronoun. So whatever we put here, for example, it is you who are responsible for this, not who is, who are responsible for this. Next rule we see, introductory subject there takes both singular and plural verbs, but according to the real subject that comes after the verb. Very important. Introductory subject there. Generally, there acts as an adverb too, but when it comes in the beginning of a sentence, it is called introductory subject. When introductory subject begins with there, it will take both singular and plural verbs, but according to the real subject that comes after the verb. See here, one thing is very important. This is the only sentence beginning with there that verb comes before subject. Actually, in assertive sentence, subject verb comes after subject, but this is only condition when a verb comes before subject. Real subject is after verb. For example, there are several good books in this library. Second example, there is not much water in this pond. Now you see, there are, there is. In both these sentences, their words are what? These are introductory subjects. In the first, are is the verb are is plural. In the second, is singular. Why are is used here? Because after are, the real subject is several good books, that is plural. And in the second sentence, why is? Because the real subject is much water, that is singular. Now there are some nouns that are confusing nouns. Confusing in the sense, some of our students do not know whether these nouns are singular or plural, and whether they are made singular or plural, from singular to plural or not. For example, there are some nouns that are always singular and take singular verbs. Some nouns always singular, these are actually uncountable nouns. These nouns are always singular and take singular verbs. To make them plural, we use pieces of or bits of. It is important to notice here that there are some nouns that are always singular and take singular verbs. If we want to make them plural, how can we make them plural? We will use pieces of or bits of. The nouns that are always singular are furniture, scenery, music, information, advice, baggage, luggage, poetry, work, etc. Next we see some nouns are always plural and take plural verbs. To make them singular, we use a pair of. It is again important we see. The first was some nouns are always singular. The second is here some nouns are always plural. How can we know the plural noun? Generally, plural nouns end with s or es. So what is here? Some nouns are always plural and take plural verbs. To make them singular, we use a pair of. The nouns that are always used in plural are shoes, socks, pants, trousers, jeans, scissors, spectacles. We cannot say, where is my shoes? We cannot say, where is my scissors? No, we will see, where are my shoes? Where are my scissors? But to make these nouns singular, we use a pair of. A pair of shoes is. Only shoes are. Now third we see some nouns seem to be singular. There are some nouns that will appear before us like singular, but actually they are plural and take plural verbs. To make them singular, we use a herd of, a group of, a team of, a gang of, etc. Collective nouns. What is here? There are some nouns that seem to be singular, that appear before us like singular, but they are actually plural and take plural verb. How can we make them singular? We use before it a herd of, a group of, a team of, a gang of, means collective noun. People, police, clergy, swine, mice, actually lice, mice, lice, these are the words that appear to be what? Singular, but actually they are plural and they take plural verbs. How can we make them singular? Before them, we add a herd of, a group of, a team of, a gang of, etc. Then they become singular and take singular verbs. Again, we see some nouns seem to be plural, but actually they are singular and take singular verbs. See here, there are some nouns that seem to be plural, but actually they are singular and take singular verbs. For example, news, innings, measles, mumps, physics, mathematics, lamb's tales, Gulliver's travels. These nouns you see, they end with s or es form. What we know? The noun, actually, we know the noun in its original form is generally singular, and noun ending with s or es is plural. Here, in almost in all the nouns, we see the word ends with s or es. News, innings, measles, mumps, physics, mathematics, lamb's tales, Gulliver's travels. These are all these nouns seem to be plural, but actually they are singular and take singular verb. Now we see again, some nouns are both singular and plural. Some nouns are both singular and plural depending on their uses. For example, ship, S-H-E-P, ship, dear, public, audience, jury, government, etc. These nouns act as singular and as plural. In some sentence, it depends on the use of sentence. There dash many sheep. There are many sheep. There dash a sheep under the tree. There is a sheep under the tree. So these are the words that appear to be both. Now, it is very important tips on subject verb agreement. Very important tips. You see here, uh, it has been divided into three tables. The first table is about the pronouns. Which pronouns will take what noun or pronoun, and then what verb, singular or plural verb will be followed. You will see here. For example, one of, each of, every one of, either of, neither of, the number of, a group of, means collective noun. These are the words that will take plural noun or pronoun. It is very important. One of, each of, every one of, either of, neither of, the number of, a group of. This will take plural noun or pronoun, but singular verb. One of us, one of the boys, one of you, one of my friends, means one after one of we always use plural nouns or plural pronoun. but verb will be singular. One of my friends is a doctor. Each of you knows. So these are the words: one of, each of, every one of, either of, neither of, the number of, a group of. These will take plural noun pronoun and singular verb. Okay. Now we see second number: many of, several of, both of, a number of, a few of, very few of, the few of. This again very important. These are the pronouns, and these will take plural noun or pronoun and plural verb. Many of, several of, both of, a number of, a few of, very few of, the few. Uh, these will take plural noun or pronoun and plural verb. C number we see much of, a little of, the little of, very little of, less of. These pronouns will take singular noun or pronoun and singular verb. Singular noun or pronoun and singular verb. Much of this area, much of this land, a little of milk, little of blood, the little of the hope. These are the words. After these words, we use singular noun or pronoun, then singular verb. Okay. Now, this D number is most important. Why? Because these pronouns are the combination of both singular and plural. That's why it is very important. Most of, a lot of, lots of, some of, any of, none of, all of, plenty of, half of, two-thirds of, three-fourths of. These are the words that will take both singular uncountable noun and plural countable noun. See here, it is very important. Most of. After most of, you will use, we can use singular uncountable noun and plural countable noun both. Means both can be used. Countable noun, singular countable noun will be used, and plural singular uncountable noun will be used, and plural countable noun will be used. And again the verb will be both singular verb and plural verb. It will totally depend on the noun or pronoun that will be followed by most of, a lot of, that will be preceded by most of, a lot of, lots of, some of, any of, none of, all of, plenty of, half of, two-thirds of, three-fourths, etc. And then according to, if noun comes singular uncountable, verb will be singular. If noun or pronoun comes countable, noun comes plural countable noun, then verb will be plural. I think you understand well. These four tips are most important. Now I am giving you some exercise on subject verb agreement. I hope you will be able to give the right answer. Lots of meat dash there on the table. The options are was, where. Lots of meat. Now I would like to remind you of the four tables. Table number 1, in which there were some pronouns that precede some nouns or pronouns in plural form but singular verb. Table number B, that was table number A. Table number B, there were some pronouns uh, that precede plural noun pronoun and plural verb. Table number C, there are some pronouns that precede singular uncountable noun and singular verb. And table number D, that is most important because the pronouns in table number D are both the combination of singular and plural. Means these pronouns precede singular uncountable noun and plural countable noun. And if the nouns are singular, verb will be singular. If the nouns are plural, verb will be plural. On the basis of that four tables, the first example you see lots of meat. Remember, whether it is table number 1 A or B or C or D, I would like to help you. The first one, it is table number D, because in table number D you can see what? Most of, a lot of, lots of. The lots, after lots of, what comes? Meat, M-E-A-T, meat, that is singular uncountable noun. Therefore, the verb will be what? Singular. So, right answer is what here? Lots of meat was there on the table. Right? Now, you have to answer. Second number, a lot of work dash is still to be done. Options are has and have. Third number, plenty of opportunities dash there for us. Options are is and are. Question number 4, much of the land dash underwater. Options are was and were. Question number 5, most of the visitors dash known to me. Options are is and are. Question number 6, neither coffee nor tea dash good for him. Options are was and were. Question number 7, a large number of students dash failed. Options are has and have. Question number 8, measles dash a dangerous disease. Options are is and are. Question number 9, a pair of shoes dash in that room. Options are was and were. Question number 10, all his luggage dash arrived. Options are has and have. Question number 11, good advice dash difficult to follow. Options are is and are. Question number 12, there dash 100 boys in the class. Options are is are. Question number 13, the number of girls here dash 60. Options are is and are. Question number 14, half of the players dash of the field. Options are was and were. Question number 15. Each of the boys dash rewarded. Options are is and are. Question number 16. Neither of the two boys dash an umbrella. Options are has and have. Question number 17. All the furniture dash new here. Options are is and are. Question number 18. A pair of shoes dash in that room. Options are was and were. Question number 19. Each boy and each girl dash punished. Options are was and were. And last question number 20. A group of students dash is standing there. Options are is and are. I am sure you will be able and you are able to answer all these 20 questions correctly, because all these questions are based on the tips given to you earlier, and you will be greatly benefited by these tips and rules. Thank you. Have a nice day.